I was sort of watching from the boss. So morning, everybody. It's Thursday, I think. It's Thursday, and I'm here on Each Island where the light is the best light, the best air. We're going to start with the hug for our little oxytocin boost because this week we've been going through um, our happy chemicals, making sure we get the right dose. Today we're on the E, which is for endorphins. And you've maybe heard of runner's high. Runner's high comes when you go just slightly like beyond your limits and you have that nice like out of breath, and it's actually a natural pain reliever. So endorphins, when we boost endorphins, it releases a brief euphoria which actually masks physical pain. So we do have to be mindful. We do have to be mindful that when we're masking physical pain, that it doesn't, we just need to be making sure we're not kind of going to our edge with things, in terms of say strength or something, or overstretching. But we can have that. It's a good time to put our plyometrics in, have a little like jumpy, springy thing. So having a good old dance can be really good. High intensity interval training, which is sort of what we'll be doing today as well. And so it's a physical response to pain and stress, also helps alleviate anxiety and depression, mood swings, aches and pains, insomnia. We can also get it from laughing, crying, creating music or art, eating dark chocolate, spicy foods, and of course, exercise and stretching. So we're going to start to just move around, get into a mindful state first, because as I mentioned with endorphins, we want to be careful that we don't, it's the same thing with painkillers. The pain is there as a messenger. Yes, we want to relieve it, but then we need to be mindful that we're not pushing too far, because going too far beyond our limits, just nice, consciously beyond our limits, and then having time for rest and recovery. So first of all, the oxytocin's a good place to start. It's releasing the oxytocin, our lovely Sufi grinds. Just on the subject of, exercise and runner's high, it doesn't necessarily need to be from running. The best endorphin releases you could get is from hiking and doing hills. Even it could be just going up the stairs. How can you put it into your daily life? Like just having a little, I'm just going to run up these stairs. I'm just going to take it really fast. And then I'm going to rest and recover. That's going to give you a little endorphin boost when you need it. Let's change over the legs. Should we get the endorphins boosted today? Oh, I think mine are already boosted. Just being in a beautiful place. So moving in a way that feels good. Yesterday, we talked about serotonin, big sunshine boost. This is just going a little bit further, maybe getting slightly out of breath. So we're going to warm up just by having a little switch over the legs, and we get the feeling of that, this kind of high intensity stuff. We're starting gently, but you'll feel that this just gives us that little bit of upward kind of movement. So switching the legs over, you can keep the hands off. It's going to make a little bit more effort. And about 30 seconds is kind of the sweet spot with all this. Getting slightly out of breath relates to the heart chakra, our breathing apparatus. So now we're going to take a little pause with the left leg in front, and we're going to sweep the arms and lift. So sweep and lift. And gently warming up. So it's really odd here because I think it's literally gone. It I left it was still kind of winter or definitely kind of, felt like early spring. Oh, we got summer here now, so kind of similar weather to we would have beginning of October, which when is when I'll see many of you. The only difference then is the sea is a bit warmer than it is now. Okay, so last one. And let's switch the legs just to get this even balance. These little platforms here next to the sea and the light it just makes me want to dance. Which of course is a good endorphin boost as well. Getting on the dance floor and shaking your booty. Also good for releasing stress. Couple more. And then let's open the legs out wide. Just taking a moment to circle the feet. And in the other direction. And then let's stir the pot. So taking that giant wooden spoon, stir in the pot. Allowing all those tight fascial connections to release. And so we're getting the body ready. And that's a way that if we're going to be doing something that releases endorphins, that's a way that we can stay safe, is making sure that the body's ready for it. So not just like going and having, taking off and having a sprint before the muscles are warmed up. Let's go in the other direction. Stirs. Ah. Can't believe it's 9 o'clock. About how other places are at 9 o'clock in the morning, and here it's just like, yeah, Lagamini. Okay, let's bring the legs in. We're going to take them around behind us, and we're going to kind of come onto the hands and knees. We tuck the toes, and then we've got that getting ready for action. Toes tucked, sitting back, head lifted. So it's different. We're not just like on all fours, like cat and cow, the head down. We want the head staying up. We're pressing back. We get this nice spring loaded action. Just keep going on that. My big challenge this morning is there's so much sunlight. I can't see the screen so well. Nice problem to have. Too much sunlight. So now we can increase the intensity of this by pushing down into the hands, lifting off the knees. And there we've got the sprinter on the starting blocks, getting ready for action. And so really give this a little bit of power. We're starting to gently release release the endorphins here. A few more. And then let's bring the knees down for a little bit of recovery. Hands padding forwards a little bit more. Let's slow it down, bringing the hips forward, opening up the front of the body, and then breathing out, rounding and sitting back. Taking a breath in, opening up the front of the body, taking a breath out, rounding back, breathing. Oh. Breathe in. Just as far as feels nice. Again, good way to stay safe. What we're doing endorphin releases is to have a check-in, slow everything down so that you can feel it. We're mindful of the intensity. Next one, we're going to come to a half plank. That's the shoulders over the wrists. Tighten up the lower belly and let's lower down towards the floor. Just bending the knees and just taking a little wave side to side. Preparing for our next movement. And we're going to have the arms outstretched ahead of you, palms down, untuck the toes. Going to lift the head, lift the right hand, the left leg. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, right leg, left arm. Exhale and lower down. Alternating on each breath. Just feeling the movement to start with. And then our big endorphin release. We go fast, we swim, we alternate. Pilates swimmer, make sure you're breathing, make sure you're smiling. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Eat them all. Swimming through the water. Let's just keep swimming, just keep swimming. They don't need to be big movements, just up and down, up and down, up and down, alternating the arms and legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Bringing the toes towards each other, letting the heels just fall out to the side. Making a pillow for the forehead with the hands. And breathing into the belly for some recovery. Letting the body go soft. Ah. Oh, put my head down there. Thought, oh, I could stay there for like 3 hours. Hands underneath the shoulders. Let's push up onto all fours. Let's just have a little move around. And next one, we know this one, and it's one of my favorites because it's what cats do. Oh, it's called crouch and pounce. Let's move around in the other directions. Just get the spine moving, integrating everything you've done. It's quite intense, that last one. So getting the breath back to normal. Just checking the screen. We're okay. Okay. Great stuff. So crouch and pounce. We're going to go through it nice and slow. So we start in our crouch position here, and then we pounce the right foot to the outside of the right hand. At the same time, we can then draw this right elbow back. Yeah, and just like open it up, look towards the elbow behind you, bring the right hand down, and step this right knee back. We come back via child's pose. Then we pounce the left foot, draw the left elbow back, bring the hand down, and bring it back. And again, right side. Crouch, pounce, draw back, and down. So we start slow, marking through the movements. Pounce, back. If you're feeling energetic, you can do this with the knees off. The knees stay off for the whole thing. Yeah, this is going to really give you an endorphin boost. So, and then what we want to do, remember, we want to go beyond comfort. We're going to crouch and pounce and just give it a little bit of explosive power. So you can do this with the knees down, just really pounce fast, draw back, sit back, draw back, and down. Sit back, knees down, all knees off. But you want to give it a bit of pace. I'm not going to give you the exact pace. You're just thinking, all I need to do is go beyond my comfort, go beyond my usual limits, and just give it a little bit more than you usually say would if it was like nice and easy. Okay, let's do just 4 more, 2 more each side. And then let's sit back, recover in seed pose. Consciously bringing the breath back to normal, slowing it down. Breath in, hold. Breath out and release slowly, 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 slowly. Okay, and then gently coming back to sit onto the knees. So sitting upright, but on the knees. Okay, this next one, we've done it before. I love it. I call it a good morning. It's like to breathe in the light. So we start with the hands to the heart. We take a breath in, and then we open the arms and we press the hips forward, lift the head. And we're trying to get the armpits as open as we can. So just think, oh, how do I need the arms for that to happen? There's a breath in, a breath out, hands back down to prayer. Breathing in, open to the sunlight, breathe out, sit back. Breathe in, pressing the hips forward, breath out. And you kind of thrust the hips forward on this one. There's the effort. Engage the glutes, keep the back safe. Open and down. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in the light of the day. Oh, it is the best light on Eash. Light on Eash. It's just, oh, the best morning light. Some of you'll remember. We're in sunrise meditation here. There's something about the light. Okay, 4 more. Let's go. So just give it that little bit more. Not straining to go too far, but just that feeling of boost, upward boost. Lost now. Okay, let's have a little break on all fours, just moving everything around mindfully, slowing it down. The idea is with endorphin releasing, working with the endorphins, is that you're not kind of going to your maximum say stretch, because you'll have the pain reliever. You're not going to your maximum weight. But it's just giving it that bit more power, going beyond your limits with the perceived effort. In fact, that's a good thing that you can use, is you can go, what's my rate of perceived exertion? We call it on a scale of 1 to 10. How hard is it? We want to be going beyond 8. Okay, let's tuck the toes. Let's lift up to our first down dog, taking a moment to feel it. I'm going to do a little jogging in down dog. I love this. So we want to take a little bit more of the weight into the hands. We want a really stable frame with the shoulders and the arms, so really hugging the upper arms towards each other. And then with the lower body, we can just have a little jog, just a tiny little gentle jog. It can be both feet can leave the floor at the same time. Yeah. Or it can just be one foot lifting. Okay. What's your rate of perceived exertion? Okay. We don't want to be going to 10. Well, you probably slip into 10, but about 9, between 8 and 10 perceived exertion. One being, it's no effort at all. 10 being it's your maximum effort ever. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. To relax, we're going to walk the hands back towards the feet or the feet towards the hands. Just take a forward fold here, maybe taking hold of the elbows. Relaxing the head and the neck. If you feel at all dizzy, come up a little bit, like lifting the head. You can be here as well. Oh, breathe it all. Like the breath. Breathing in the new. And then we're going to slowly roll up to standing. Just take a moment to find your feet, find where you are. And then let's just circle the hips around. Just a little bit of release and preparation. So you'll feel the idea, intensity, rest and recovery. Intensity, rest and recovery. Oh, that seems tempting. Let's go in the other direction. I came down this morning in my big sweatshirt and socks. Did not need them. Okay, the first one, we're going to release tension. We know this one. Soft body bounce. 30 seconds of this. If you like, both feet can leave the floor, but the idea is just like, shaking everything. Like down, 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 down. Was that a couple of days ago? We did that one too. It's a bit like that, but we're just keeping the bounce going. Keeping the bounce. Oh, letting go with all your tension, breathing it all out. Ah, letting it all go. This is one of the most useful things that you can do. If you've got stress through the day, do some of this. Another 5, 4. So grounded. 2, 2, and 1. And let's just have a little sway side to side to release that. I was reminded this morning, thinking about, runners high, and personally, I don't run, especially on concrete. Sometimes do a little spurt of running, if I'm out hiking or something, or on a little adventure, a little spurt of a run on soft terrain. It's up to you. Some people run. I would say if you do run, do interval training. But one style of jogging I love is yoga jogging. We have the hands to the hips. I really love this. It's an ancient practice, and then we just lift one knee up at a time. Yeah, slightly draw the belly in, and we give it a little bit of oomph. You can even have a little bounce as you do it. Okay, if you want to increase the intensity, you can do it with a little bounce. Just stroke into the can-can. Good life. Let's bring the knees across the body. Can-can's great. Oh, an endorphin boost. Also, all this like folk style dancing, like this. Really great for our happy chemicals. So we go across the body, we come in front with our jogging. Oh, and I forgot to mention as well, rebounding. That's fantastic. Try and find a rebounder here. Really good for flushing everything out, to rebound, get our high impact in without it kind of, hammering our joints on concrete. Oh, we're done. Oh, oh. Let's have a little sway side to side. Rest and recovery. Because we've got one more to do. And it just popped into my head. I was like, okay, so it's going to be the best way for us to get this endorphin release movement. And there was this one, but we want to be prepared for it, which we are now. It's not too intense. And again, you do it to your own intensity. But we have the feet wide. And let's take a moment, just switching the weight from foot to foot. So here's our basic movement. And it's a whole body movement. Activates everything. Wondering whether I could do it using the sun here. I'm going to hold the sun in the hands above the head. Yeah, we're going to take this, like the sun, the light around our whole body. So what we're going to do is we're going to lean to the right, holding the sun. We're going to round and curl in. The sun passes down across the ground as we transfer the weight to the other foot, and the arms come up. Beauty of this is that you do it to your own intensity. And remember, we're not going, let me see how far I can stretch. Not with this one. We're just going a comfortable, slightly beyond comfort range of movement. But we're doing it with intensity. So then we can start to build this kind of whirlpool action. The breath out as you go down. But really, doesn't so much matter about linking the breath with movement, because you might get a little out of breath. But we've got slight speeded up movement, this feeling of momentum. And then we're going to hold at the top. We're going to go straight into the other direction. You might get a little out of breath, but guess what? It's good for us to get out of breath. Don't be afraid of it. It's if we're not regularly getting out of breath, we're not testing that respiratory system. So we want to give it a little bit more. You've got it there. And also you're in control. So if it's too much discomfort, you slow it down. Okay, let's come to a stop. Arms up in the air. Release the arms down by the sides. Whoa, how do you feel right in this moment? Have we got an endorphin boost? I have. I feel like I could swim to the island now. Let's stop the feet in. Just have few little recovery spirals. We want to feel the spine move, but just gently. So notice how it feels. Remember, you need to climb the mountain to get the view, to get that endorphin rush. We need to go a little bit higher. Taking an inhale, breathing in all the light that's available from around us. Breathing out, bringing it down into your heart. From mine to yours. Good morning. Namaste. Have a lovely day. Oh, do you want to come join me for a swim? I've got no cats this morning. I'm waiting for the fishing boats to come in. Oh, you'll hear I'm a little out of breath. This is good. Luckily, I've not overheated. I need to be careful of that with the screen.